Yep, please.
Thanks, Laurie. Okay, welcome everyone. Today is AI for Fun. Today we have three people sharing. First is Amma, then Noel, as well as me, myself. We have some interesting findings of new AI tools. I will start off with letting Amma share. He need to go off early. So let's begin. Amma.
Thank you. Thank you. Quick one. Okay. So let me share my screen. David, have you been using Copilot by any chance till now?
No.
Okay. So giving you a quick insight before I start showcasing what I learned in the recent times. Okay. So Copilot is basically a technology or integration of a ChatGPT AI-based solution, which is given by Microsoft. Okay. And this is where you can able to find Copilot. Basically, you try to go for a bing.com, okay, and you see with your login, personal login, where you see outlook.com or hotmail or live.com you can use, and this is where the Copilot shortcut you see here. Okay, so interestingly, it's a AI, as I said, right? It's a generative AI backend supporting with ChatGPT recent version, the 4 version. Okay, and one of important thing yesterday, which I was trying to evaluate, was in our WhatsApp group, there was a picture which was floating. Okay, I just wanted to give a sense on that picture exactly what it is. Okay, which was this. Okay, and I was not aware of because, as you know, we all work in the different groups, right? I pasted this picture and I asked Copilot to read this picture. Okay, this is what my first learning was, and because this picture is something very funny, I don't know what exactly it is. Then I realized Copilot replied to me, the image you have uploaded appears to be a playful representation of zongzi, a traditional Chinese rice dumpling. Okay, it is basically designed a cartoonistic baby styled festival food. I feel that's what the picture was, right? Then I requested Copilot to generate the similar picture in the Indian format. You see, it just generated a few seconds. Okay, then I said, okay, let me try to make it a little bit like a South Indian, because in India we have a different cultures, right? This was something so unique. It pictured something similar like a dumpling in a style of face colors and the authenticity of it in a South Indian style, right? This was very much interesting for me to use Copilot. And the second important thing which I was trying was, I was seeing a quotation from our group related to a teamwork. Okay, so give me a second. Yeah. So then I took that phrase. I said, generate a picture for the phrase, a team is not group of people that work together. A team is group of people that trust each other, right? Immediately, Copilot developed these pictures. Okay, it's nowhere. You can able to see different pictures. Then I said I want to have something like an inspirational poster design. It gave me a reference of these designs. Okay, which can be like just printed and used it accordingly, right? Then I felt, okay, I wanted to make little more, especially when we have a different cultural people, because like me, all our friends are Vic or Noel or Lauren, everyone is located in Malaysia. I gave an instruction, this same phrase with the combination of India and Malaysia example, right? And it picked up the subject and it tries to create the characters with the flags in it, with the Petronas Tower in it. You see this? This is something so unique, right? It was just created in a seconds, okay? And the flexibility with this, what I realized is I can able to use it as a landscape slide for my slides purpose as well. Okay, this is something which is very unique, which is on the go, which I can able to use. Okay, by the way, Vic and Noel, today morning we were going through one of a session, right? The remote desktop session was supposed to be held by me. Then in parallel, I asked Copilot to help me out to generate a picture. So what I asked is generate a picture for a slide on remote desktop services or virtual desktop infrastructure. Okay, then it gave me this reference pictures. Then I said I need a simpler and minimalistic version. And then finally, I have given more prompts. Example, right? I said I need a single user accessing remotely the remote desktop services. It gave me 4 options. Okay. Based on one, I used this as a picture and I converted that into a block print. You see this? This is how I have used this, and I could able to use it in my slides as well. Okay. And secondly, I just improvised it, saying that a seamless connectivity should be shown in the experience of remote desktop. That is where this picture came up. By the way, we didn't go through the session, but this is something which was showcased very decently covered. Okay, so actually, I used this slide as my title slide for the remote desktop walkthrough for the presentations. Okay, this is something which is so unique, which is so helpful for day-to-day activities. Just thought of to share my experience here. Okay, any other points, Vic? You want to see more?
Uh, I'm good. Can you
Yeah.
try?
Sorry, you are mute, by the way.
Uh, yeah, can you try and give a prompt to ask change the photo into a oil pink structure?
Okay, so generally what I did, okay, I'll just say that convert the same into a oil painting style. Okay, let's do. Yeah, Copilot is saying that I'll create it. Let's see. So an image of a similar user experience and fast and efficient remote working. It is trying to create it in an oil paint scenario. Let's see. Wow.
Wow.
Awesome, right? So, for example, let's take this. Okay. Now, this is the beauty of Copilot, right? So, generally, for converting these pictures into various formats, it takes a lot of time. Okay. Now, first thing, what I'll do is from the square, I will try to change it to landscape because most of our stuff, we use it on a PowerPoint slides and the Word files, right? I prefer to use a landscape designs. That's the first step. Generally, I use it. And the good part is it allows us to download, right? So the third is actually I can able to edit it if I need to, correct? Now this is what the full picture looks like. Okay. Now if I want to convert that into a pixel art, let's consider on the go. It's very tough to create a pixel art. We know, right? So Copilot is helping me for making it to happen. So how many minutes? You see this now? So this is how the lovely designs can be, right? So I can convert this into block print. I can convert it into any other format. So we have around 7 to 10 here, which actually the favorite is origami for me. I will try to convert that into origami. Let's see. Awesome. See this?
Oh, this is cool.
Awesome, right? So I can just click on it and download. And the beauty of this is if I want to edit little more, example based on the outcome, I just use it for the designer. Automatically, I can go and use it in the designer for editing purpose, adding the text or backgrounds, anything. That simple it is. So I've been using this every day for a different tasks for myself. You see, this is my all history in the Copilot. Okay. So it was so much different experiences on the short time go to complete a new look and feel for my day-to-day activities, I can say. Yeah,
Nice,
this is
now
one question.
most of the classes sitting here. Down there, all those great students are actually
Yeah. So this is where we get into designer and start using AI tools for selecting the image and converting that and all this stuff, right? This is the beauty of it. So for example, now I use of certain tools here, especially for removing this. For example, okay, I just remove the object. It automatically adjusts the entire picture, and I can able to fill the colors. I can select the quick areas. This is all possible just because of the AI. For example, this headset, right? I just wanted to change or copy this object or duplicate this example. One more copy. I can just use it somewhere like this or convert it, anything which is possible. Okay. So this is how I have been using it Quick for various scenarios for my day-to-day activities. It's been very helpful tool for me. Yeah. So I think this is what I wanted to share in a quick 5-10 minutes from my side. Okay. Thanks for the same, Vic.
Thank you, Amma. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for sharing. Next up, we have Noel.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me just share my slides.
Noel, by evening you are looking like elder today. Morning you are very young.
What's that?
Morning you were very young. Now by evening you are looking elder now.
Looking what? Sorry?
Elder.
Elder. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you, everyone. So this is the first session for the month of June. We did 2 sessions in May, around the 14th and 28th, and I believe all these are uploaded, right, Vic? Are the recordings uploaded to YouTube? You know?
Yes. Lauren has been uploading.
Okay. Can you do me a favor? Can you paste the link into the chat window for our audience? Right. Oh, thanks to Amma to kick start it. All right. And of course, we always have interesting things to share. So this is what I wanted to share to start off with. The audio normally it's not very good coming from my computer. I don't know why, but let's see what happens. Now, I found this poll that was done recently, right, for people, young people aged between 14 and 22, in terms of the amount of generative AI. Just like Amar using designer, using AI every day, all right? So you can see that there's a 4% down the bottom here, almost daily or every day, right? But realistically, all right, most others are probably only using it once or twice a week, all right? I think that's realistic, all right? And interestingly, there's still a lot of people, right? Like it says 41% never use AI tools. And these are young people, right? So obviously there's a lot for us to go out there to share, right? And encourage people to learn about it.
Oh, Noel, there's no video in the channel yet.
Pardon?
There's no video in the channel yet. I think haven't uploaded.
Oh, okay. Can you please get Lorraine to help?
Okay, yeah.
Started. Right. Now, to encourage those of you who are new, all right, and I know there's at least 1 or 2 people always in the group, right? We were once a beginner. That's how I always see things, right? And the expert in anything was once a beginner. I like that statement a lot, because sometimes in order for us to be good, right, we really do need to get started. So let's have a look at it. Amazing, isn't it? Imagine being able to do that, right? But just like what we do with AI, the word is prompting, right? Prompting is basically typing in the text that Amal was showing, right? In terms of creating the output, right? In this case, he was doing graphic. Right, let me just move. All right, so I've got a few quiz questions for you. Right now, these are pictures that have been generated with AI. One of them has been generated with AI, and the other is real. All right. Can anyone tell me which one is real and which? Well, just tell me which one is real.
Two.
Two. All right. So David says 2 is real. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone want to try? Well, you got nothing to lose. It looks very appetizing, isn't it?
1 is real.
1 is real. Okay, so Vic says 1 is real. David says 2 is real. Who else says 1 is real? We have Derek, and we have Murugan, and we have Lorraine.
1 is real.
1 is real. Okay, very good. So we have 2 for 1 and 1 for 2. How about Lorraine and Murugan? Oh, wow, we have 2 each. So we have the last one, Murugan. 2. Okay, so we have 3 for 2 and 2 for 1. So let me review the answer. 1 is real. Okay. Now, the goal behind playing this activity is really to illustrate that pictures these days can be so real, we actually find it very hard to tell. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, 1 or 2, which one is real?
1 is real.
1 is real. Okay, so we have Derek. How about the rest? Vic says 1 as well. Okay. How about Lorraine, Murugan, David?
To me, 1 is real.
Okay, so Lorraine's also going for 1. So 3 people going for 1. How about the other 2?
I'll go for 2.
You're going for 2. Okay, so David's going for 2. How about Murugan? Murugan going for 1. Okay, very good. So the answer is 1. Okay, well, you guys are getting better. All right. It comes to practice too. So 1 or 2?
1 is real.
1 is real. Okay.
1 is real.
All right. Okay. So Lorraine is also saying the same. Okay, very good. So there's 3 people going for 1. How about the remaining 2?
One.
Sorry?
1.
1. Okay, so last person. This is the best of small groups, right? Small groups, you can name the people, right? When you have a big group, it's hard to name the people. How about you, Murugan? Did you go for 1?
2.
Okay, so we have 1 for
2 is
2,
real.
and the rest is 1. Okay, so the answer is 1. Okay, the team's getting better. Praise God. Okay, very good. All right, so some of you may have seen this. Look at this. Okay, so you notice, all right, when the camera is zoomed in on the shuttle holder, it appears that this badminton player is very good, right? All the shuttles fall in, but when you zoom out, you get a better perspective. You actually see that it's not so true, right? Someone is faking it, right? Someone is collaborating and faking it. Okay, so a lot of times, I believe AI, if you want to tell the difference between real and AI created, you actually must not jump to conclusion too quickly. It's the same with scams, if you want. Right? A lot of times scams catch people, right, who are too quick, right, to respond, and as a result, they get conned effectively. Right. So I've got a poll question for all of you. All right. So how many of you are over 50 years young? Okay. So there's at least 2 people, right? 3. Okay. So Derek, Murugan, and Vic are not. So there's 3 each, equally. Okay. Now, why that is the case, right? It's actually what I discovered is there's a correlation between sometimes scams and older people, right? Particularly older people, because a lot of times they are like what we call low-hanging fruits for scammers or hackers. One, we are sometimes not so good with our judgment or our ability to assess, right? Whether it's pictures or messages or whatever it is. And more so when you see things like deepfakes appearing more and more, right? This particular set of data reveals that there's an increase of 245% year on year, right? From this year to last year. That's massive, right? And this is a worldwide data. So I've got a link here so you can check it out when you get a chance. All right. So those of you who don't know what are deepfakes, effectively, if you want, deepfakes is using AI to generate something totally different. It could be a video, it could be audio, it could even be picture, with the end goal of misleading or misrepresenting or portraying something that didn't actually occur in reality. So the problem today is increasingly there's more and more deepfakes, right? So some of these techniques uses, or some of these AI uses this technique called face swapping, right? So they change a target video, right, to be the basis of the deepfake. So they collect all these videos of people and so forth, and they substitute, right? Some of the technology that's available out there that can do it is like Zao, Deepface Lab, Fake App, and Face Swap. Okay. Some of these apps are very easy to use, right? And some of them are not as easy to use, but nonetheless, they are not too difficult, right? For any of us who are familiar with IT, we should have no problems getting it working, right? Definitely, I think they're easier than OBS, all right, in terms of green screen. So that's it, right? Almost anyone can create deepfake video. However, there are some general guidelines on how you can detect these deepfakes. Sometimes you see some blurring or sometimes color changes and so forth, right? The lighting can look unnatural, right? The shadows and so forth. And sometimes even the words and the sound don't match the mouth movement and so forth. But increasingly, some of these will not matter anymore because the deepfake created with some of the latest generation of AI actually makes it almost impossible for us to tell. So now the most important point, I think, to help us detect deepfake is, does the source seems reliable, right? As I was researching on how scammers use deepfakes, like for example, Elon Musk, deepfake video talking about investments and so forth. I think one of the first thing we have to ask is, what does Elon Musk know about investment? Okay, he may be a founder of OpenAI, he may be a founder of a lot of things, but does that make the person a credible investment advisor? Okay, even if we did advise on investment, we cannot take the word as it is. We have to do our research and find out if truly those things are real. Okay, so these are some of the things. So the source sometimes seems reliable, but actually it's not, because deepfake makes it so real. Okay, now this is where all the different countries, if you want, where the growth of deepfake is. Okay, as you can see, some of the biggest areas are actually in our region. Okay, plus 2,800%. That's in China. Massive, isn't it? Hong Kong, 1,000%. Incredible, right? Indonesia, 1,550%. Right? There are reasons for it, right? And part of the reason is because there's an election happening in those countries. Right? Indonesia just went through the election. So just imagine this, right? You have two political parties neck to neck, headbutting for the crown jewel, if you want. Obviously, there's going to be some parties that's going to try all kinds of different ways to maybe get ahead, right? So that's where we see this spike in defect because of the election that is happening in some of those countries. But obviously, even when there is no election, like China, for example, right, defect growth in countries without election, the massive 2,100% in China, they did not have an election, but yet, right, now there's reasons for some of those, all right. We can hypothesize or we can go deeper to find out, but these are some of the things that if you are a cyber security specialist, you might want to take an interest in this area and go further. Okay, so these are some of the things that you can look at. All right, I believe, what are the countries in Europe? Somewhere near you, David, is Spain and Portugal near you?
Yeah. I mean, they're mainland Europe, but they're all pretty close. It's amazing that you had Turkey up there, which is huge, which is obviously a bit further east. But I mean, Bulgaria, 3,000%. That's and these populations like Portugal is it's not a big population, you know, but to have a 1,700% increase is pretty crazy.
Yeah, exactly. It's really, really bad. The situation around the world is very, very bad. Sadly it's only going to get worse. Okay, so that's the problem that we're going to see. All right. Now the countries decrease. Well, Lithuania, Ireland, and Croatia maybe not significant. They are 2 digits compared to some of the increases, which are like three and 4 digits. So that's really, really bad. Okay. So these are some of the problems that all of us are going to face.
So I'm taking what I've learned to the streets.
Can you guys hear this?
I've planned a little experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw this on CNA and it was very interesting.
Helping me out is Gabriel Z. Even with 4 years of computing school under his belt, he's still being fooled by deep fakes.
We're doing a show and we're just getting some feedback from people asking them about their fitness routine. So we're doing a show and we want to get people's input on your favorite food here in Singapore. I need you to do a self-introduction, look straight into this camera and sort of say who you are, your name.
Hi, my name is Gary. I'm 37 years old this year. I'm working in the healthcare industry.
Hi, my name is Herna. I'm a freelance yoga and Pilates instructor and I also teach a HIIT bootcamp.
My favorite food when I come here, definitely roti prata is number one. And the Hainanese chicken rice.
So we managed to get 3 people on board for this, but what they actually don't know is that we're going to deep fake them. Video's ready, so if you can just come back. This is you.
Uh-huh. I earned 6 figures in just a week and all my friends have been jealous and they have been asking me how I managed to earn this much. Well, you can simply click on this link to find out how I did it. It is truly the easiest and fastest way to earn money. That's not what I said.
That's not what you said?
That's not what I said.
Sure, it looks like that's what you said.
No, that's not what I said. I remember what I said.
Okay.
I earned 6 figures in just a week and all my friends have been jealous. They have been asking me how I managed to earn this much. Well, you can simply click on this link to find out how I did it.
But it's you. It looks like it's you and it sounds like you saying. Yeah.
I earned 6 figures in just a week and all my friends have been jealous. And they've been asking me how I managed to earn this much. Well, you can simply click on this link to find out how I did it. No. That was
How do you feel seeing yourself so easily manipulated, making you say things that you never actually said?
It's kind of worrying. Usually I only read this in the news and all that, but this is the first time, oh my goodness, that's my own face and my voice.
And the thing is, I made this clip just using 2 online websites.
Wow.
Sounds like
me.
you.
It sounds like me. Yeah. Seriously, it's really credible. Like,
okay.
If this is the first time I'm watching this, I may easily believe it.
And are you worried now that you've seen this?
Yes. I've never like paid any attention to all these like scams and like you said deepfakes. But since you showed me how easy it is to do so, yeah, I'm really worried now.
It's technology. I'm very worried. Yeah, I mean, if there's no technology to countermeasure those.
That's right. Gabriel and I pulled off a deepfake interview, and it was all done with the same software readily found online.
When we did the Orchard Road social experiment, we only used the free trials or the free version of the softwares that were available online. We didn't even started using the premium ones.
What's the difference?
Essentially, you get access to more powerful models. And what that means is that they have trained it on perhaps more types of data, different types of demographics of data, because perhaps if you're training on an American data set, it might not generalize well on an Asian data set. So basically, when you pay for the premiums of some of these softwares, it actually gives you even better quality deepfakes.
What you're saying is even with the free software, we were able to make videos that were fairly convincing already. Imagine if we use the paid one, which is more sophisticated. I'm sure we could bluff
Yes, definitely.
more people, right?
And I think it's a really important point that with 60 to 70% quality, it's really enough to fool majority of Singaporeans or people around us, right? And that could also be really dangerous the moment you share links around, because once you are fooled, it gives it opens the door for others to be fooled as well.
So how then can I tell if a video is real or fake?
The clearest one would be the lip movement.
So the lip sync in that sense.
Exactly. Does the lip actually match what they are saying? A lot of times they may not fully 100% match the entire conversation. Another way to look out for deepfakes is actually to see how well the mouth matches the face.
In order for Jamie to say the line that she never.
So at some point in time in the videos, you actually see that the mouth just becomes a bit more disoriented, or it becomes like a weird fit on your face, right? And that could also be really dangerous the moment you share links around, because once you are fooled, it gives it opens the door for others to be fooled as well.
So how then can I tell if a video, imagine
around, because once you are fooled, it gives it opens the door for others to be fooled as well.
So how then can I tell if a video is real or fake?
The clearest one would be the lip movement.
So the lip sync in that sense.
Exactly. Does the lip actually match what they are saying? A lot of times they may not fully 100% match the entire conversation. Another way to look out for deepfakes is actually to see how well the mouth matches the face.
In order for Jamie to say the line that she never.
So at some point in time in the videos, you actually see that the mouth just becomes a bit more disoriented.
So the editing wasn't so good, right? But I have the original if anyone's interested. The problem is actually very difficult. Okay, most of us probably don't read lips. Unlike if you are a dumb and deaf person, right? You probably will read lips very well. So many a time we look at the eyes, we look at the face, but we may not be able to follow the words and the mouth movement. So it's not easy for us to tell. Okay, this is something I found also circulating on chat, what you call WhatsApp. All right, and this is just using a filter in TikTok. All right.
Hey everyone, this is not Ed Sheeran. The only thing real about me is my shirt and the background that you see, right? The face is a deep fake. This video is about making sure that you understand the difference between impersonation and the real person you're talking to. For deep fake, the AI require you to have the full face before it can impersonate you, right? Now, one way to make sure that the other person you're talking to is not deep fake is to ask the person to put a palm over the face. Can you see? When you put a palm over the face, it breaks the AI. Ask the person to do that, to check that he or she is not impersonating. The other way, of course, is ask the person to recall your birthday or something significant. Lastly, the best way is call back that person. That's the best way.
Now, this is particularly true if someone tries to use AI to impersonate someone that you know. Okay, so they may have curated a picture or pictures of social media, and they're using it with deepfake technology like this TikTok filter, right? And they're trying to scam you, for example. Okay, so that's it from me. All right. Any questions? Anyone got any ideas, suggestions, any thoughts, any feedback? No?
So no, is in respect to the photographs, the pictures of the food items that you showed earlier, comparing 1 to 2, how is it just a journey to use AI to see the differences in the respective photographs or images?
Actually, one of the ways, yeah, sorry.
Because one of them, for example, for me, I think the first one, I selected 2, that was 1. But the one, the fruits actually looked to be sort of not sort of clean on the sort of display. So you see like the berries on the left hand side. It doesn't. It looks sort of disjointed. It doesn't really look real in the way that it's actually sitting on the, on the layout. But I mean, the one on the right, the bagel with the salmon, looks really amazing. But I mean, that to me that did sort of look real, as opposed to the other one didn't look quite 100%. Just my own perspective. So that in itself has given you a bit of a question mark in your ability to identify the what is real and what was not.
Yeah.
But it's a good. It does make you just take a breath and go, okay, So trying to, over time, trying to get the ones right. When you get asked to select which is good and which is, which is real, which is not.
Yeah.
Yes, it's interesting, very interesting.
So you're right about the pictures. The one on the left looking less than perfect. In actual fact, that's one way to tell that it's real. The real pictures are typically less than perfect. It could be lighting. It could even be the hand. There's a bit of what I call jittery in holding the camera or the phone or whatever that was used to capture the picture. The one that super duper clear with everything kind of perfect, generally that's the giveaway, right? When it comes to still images like this, unlike the deepfake TikTok or deepfake videos that you see, right? That one is harder, right? The TikTok deepfake, I think, is easier to tell, but the deepfake software today, like that IT guy was saying, right? Even the free version actually produces very good quality deepfake already, right? Let alone going for the paid version, right? So that's the thing. But with still images like this, the general guidelines is the more perfect the picture, right? The more AI is probably, right, that's generating it. Okay, good feedback, good sharing. Anyone else care to share? So this was something that we did earlier, Zuriza, right? I'm not sure whether you were here earlier, right? Now, some of these things, like if you look at the shadow or the blurring of some of the images at the back, right? Not consistent, right? If you think about it, if this photographer was trying to blur everything at the back and focus just at the pizza in the middle, then obviously the back is not totally blurred out, okay? But the one on the right, everything is very sharp, okay? There's no, you can say almost no imperfection, if you want, right? Even when you zoom in, okay? So these are some of the ways we can tell, okay? So that's it from me, Vic. All right, over to you to take it again.
Even to add on to this, basically on the left picture there's real. Any real camera or on your phone or a camera, the lens is not capable to capture whole clarity of the picture because of focus lens and the setting you set. So usually it's quite impossible. So then it's actually from a camera. Even with phones with 3 lens, 2 lens, it still have imperfect in the pictures. So you can see the differences. But as technology advances, it may change.
Absolutely. We're seeing that already.
Just now, excuse me. Just now, Noel was sharing some TikTok videos and so on. So I was trying to see what kind of new AI things that I can share. So I was browsing through and I found this pretty interesting thing. Let me see. Is it?
You want to share your screen?
Let me share screen 1 second. I have to open my things. Okay. Okay. I was looking for something. Let me close this. Okay, I found this and it's from a. It's almost same as same as TikTok video. It's actually Instagram story. So this guy is talking in Mandarin, so ignore that part. Basically, it's saying that people change the photo with low res into high res and 4 times the original, 4 times better. You see? So it's supposed to improve, but sometimes when we search for all these AI, I notice sometimes don't know whether it's true or not. I tested 2 links. One I couldn't access because you need to pay. Sometimes some AI is not really safe, AI tools, so we have to be careful. So how to do it is that basically I went and searched this name, Code Former. So I found it. This is Code Former. So it's running on this something called T4 and with this information. So I did test it. I'm going to show you one. I went and find some old photos or some low res photo. I'm sure you can see this is the worst photo I can find. So I'm going to test the thing. So I'm going to save the image, just put it in the desktop. The image. Photo. Okay. So I tested one just now. It was pretty good. So I'm going to go here. Now this is one. This is poor, right? I'm going to use preface alignment, background enhance, size upsample, rescale factor up to 4 times. So I can do this for better quality. One is better. I'm going to use one. So I'm going to submit. Let's see how it does. It is in queue. Yeah, there's a queue because everybody is testing it and it takes some time. But literally, I wait about less than a minute. Oh, there's Q7. So just wait for a while because this is free for now. For now, it's free. So 6. Five. Let's wait for it. Number 3. Yeah. The last one it was about 60 seconds. One. Okay, now processing. Let's see how good it is. Not that great, but okay. So this is not that great, right? Let me show you one that is better. So I'm going to drop an image. I had to use some of our guys' photo. Okay, I'm going to try to use Noel photo. I test this one first. I got this. Our partner guy, our colleague, he's not here today. So I'm going to do this. Let's try. It's going faster. The intention, for you, as you can see, is to help people to restore their old photo with low res and so on. But good intention sometimes can be abused and people can use to change certain things. And with this technology, this engine, yeah, it is up to how the people use it. So it is really interesting. So it can change certain features and so on. And this is a bit longer, 8 seconds. Estimate. Depends on the people using now. Okay, it's coming to on Q1. Okay, let's see. Processing. See, this is pretty good to me.
That's great. That's awesome.
This is Rizwan. I restore. So I'm quite impressed with the engine in such a way. Of course, I use the worst photo. If I try other photo, it may be better. So I'm like this one, let's say. Okay, so let's say clear it, quick shop it again. Stop. Okay. This is better. So I'm going to do everything, background, enhance. Okay. Oh, this is even more people. Okay. So this is some of the things that I noticed. This is pretty cool. And code former is SC Cho. I think this is a China guy. So it's something interesting to see, something beyond what we know. There's 1.37K people who love this. So it's running on T4. I'm quite intrigued what this is. I'm going to find out more. So it's running on Neuro IPS. There's Q in the Q3. It has others as well. Line, background, enhance, face up sample, rescaling factor up to 4, fidelity. So pretty interesting. There's a lot field here, sample that we can see. Okay, let's see. Processing. Wow, this is pretty good.
Very good.
Yeah, the comparison of different photo. Let me take this file. The different, this is code former. So you can try it out. I can give you the link. You can try it out yourself. I find it very useful because sometimes I found some photo I need, but it's low res, so I can't use it. So sometimes this is helpful. So I thought sharing this to you all, this is something pretty interesting, yeah, that you can use. The other thing I thought I would like to share with you all is actually a bit more time, not specifically. Now I'm going to share my screen. So something interesting is that, have you seen ChatGPT 4.0? Yeah, I want to share this while our colleague is still having the access. So now let's see. We can talk to the AI. I hope you can hear it. Can you hear this now?
A bit soft.
A bit soft. Okay. Is it better now?
I can hear you clearly now. What's on your mind?
Okay. So can you share with me some of the deepfakes that is happening, or deepfakes technology that we have to be aware of?
Sure. In technology, there are a few common defects you should be aware of. One major area is software bugs, which can cause programs to crash or produce incorrect results. Hardware defects, like faulty components, can lead to device failures. Security vulnerabilities are also critical, as they can be exploited by hackers to gain unauthorized access. Additionally, manufacturing defects in products like smartphones or laptops can cause issues like overheating or battery problems. Is there a specific area you're particularly concerned about?
What about deepfakes in TikTok videos or any video that is created? How do we know it's true or false or fake, per se?
Deepfakes are a growing concern because they use AI to create realistic but fake videos. To detect deepfakes, you can look for a few signs. 1. Unnatural facial movements. Check if the person's expressions and movements seem odd or stiff. 2. Inconsistent lighting. Look for shadows and lighting that don't match the scene or the person's face. 3. Blurring and artifacts. Watch for unusual blurring or visual artifacts around the face, especially near the edges. 4. Eye blinking. Deepfakes often struggle with natural eye blinking patterns. 5. Audio-visual mismatches. Pay attention to whether the audio matches the person's lip movements. There are also AI tools and software designed to detect deepfakes by analyzing these and other subtle cues. Are you interested in learning more about any specific tool or method?
Can you deepfake a certain singer voice or actor voice? That's it.
Teknologi semasa membolehkan penciptaan suara penyanyi atau pelakon tertentu menggunakan kecerdasan buatan dan pembelajaran mesin.
Okay,
Teknologi ini yang
this
dikenal
is
sebagai
Malay.
voice cloning atau deep voice boleh meniru intonasi, nada, dan gaya bercakap seseorang pada sampel suara mereka. Walau bergantung kini melihat tadi, kerana ia melibatkan isu etika dan
Wow,
privasi.
okay. Let me try. Can you try to mimic the voice of Tom Cruise?
I can't actually mimic voices, including Tom Cruise's, but I can provide information or create text responses that might sound like something he would say. If you have a specific scenario or dialogue in mind, I can help you write it out.
Do you guys have anything to ask? You can still ask here. We can hear you.
What kinds of technology topics interest you the most? Are you more into the latest gadgets, advancements in AI, or something else?
Okay, let me pause it. If you guys want to try, you can talk on the speaker, then it will hear you. You can say ask something, then see whether what he says. Any question you want to try? Let me try and stress it out. Are you stupid or what? Are you stupid or what?
Sure. Good question. What do you think is the most exciting technological advancement of the past year?
He's not answering me. Okay.
Absolutely. Take your time. What? I understand you might be frustrated. How can I assist you better?
I think you're dumb. Do you think it's true?
It sounds like you might be quoting something or referring to a specific context. Could you provide a bit more detail?
Do you think you're stupid? I think you're stupid.
I understand you're frustrated. I'm here to help with whatever you need. How can I assist you better?
Okay, fine. Can you teach me how to perform a speech in 3 minutes?
Sure. It's a simple structure to help you deliver a 3-minute speech effectively. 1. Introduction, 30 seconds. Start with a hook to grab attention, a quote, question, or a surprising fact. Introduce yourself and state the purpose of your speech. 2 body minutes. Point 1. Present your first main point with a brief explanation or example. Point 2. Move to your second main point, again with a short explanation or example. Point 3. Cover your third main point similarly. 3. Conclusion, 30 seconds. Summarize your main point. End with a strong closing statement or a call to action. Practice delivering your speech several times to ensure it fits within the time limit and flows smoothly. Do you have a specific topic in mind for your speech?
No, thank you. So this is something that I thought will show you how 4AO works. So I hope this help share and give you experience of ChatGPT 4.0. Yeah, and that is my sharing today. And yes, it understand Malaysian accent as well. I tested it. Yeah. So you can try it out if you have the chance. Yeah. Yeah. So this is the sharing at the end here. There's still a lot of AI, but I just want to also highlight just a warning. Be careful when you check for AI. Not every AI is safe. Do verify it first as much as you can. Some are pretty dodgy. So sometimes I use the latest Edge browser where Microsoft have smart screen detection for now. So I usually use computer to check. I don't use a phone. But if you have a phone and you have Microsoft 365 Personal, and you will have free Defender on your phone. My phone is coming with Microsoft Defender. It's provided for you if you have the subscription for free. You can install the Defender on your phone. So something for safety, for security. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. That's it from me. Anybody have any questions?
Thank you.
Yes, no, I'm sorry.
No, just saying thank you. Awesome.
Welcome.
Awesome.
I hope you guys have a good rest on time. Any question? No?
I think we're all good. How about you, Suriza?
Oh, I'm good. Sorry, I was a little bit late, and then when I tried to jump in, I had some problems logging into the team viewer. That's why I was pretty late. But I'm glad I joined. Yes, interesting. It's very interesting, especially the GPT AI. I'm just wondering, Vic, did you try talking to them in Cantonese?
I tried. It works.
Oh, they understand. Wow, I'm
it
really impressed.
It works. It's not for now. Since Copilot and ChatGPT started, I stopped using Google Translate.
Oh, I see. Okay, all right, all right, all right. Yeah, great, great. Thanks for sharing.
Welcome.
It's good to be back on this group chat. Yes.
Thank you for joining. Hope you guys have a good time.
Yes,
Thank
thank you.
Thank you. Take care,
Thank
Suriza.
you.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
David. Thanks,
Bye,
Lauren.
everybody. Bye.
Bye. Thanks, Lauren. Thanks, Lauren.
Thank you.
Is your husband better? You can stop recording.
Great stuff. Awesome.
Okay.